this video, I'll be showing you the Jamb 2025 exam instructions for all candidates. Now, in case you don't know, the Jamb will be commencing exactly on the 24th of April, which is Thursday. Now, this exam will take effect for Thursday, Friday, down to on Monday. Now, there are some certain things that you need to do as a candidate in order to actually have a very successful Jamb examination. Now, these are instructions that you must know. As a student, you are expected to know all these instructions as a student, because before you go to the Jamb center, before you write your Jamb exam, before you go to your center, it is very important that you know this information, these instructions. Now, I'll be giving you instructions in this video that will help you even as you prepare for your Jamb exam. So these instructions are instructions that will help you to actually have a successful examination in such a way that you would not regret having to actually go to write your examination. Now, let's go quickly to this instruction quickly. All right, so let's look at it. We have, as the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Exam (UTME) approaches, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board Jamb has issued important instructions that every candidate must follow before, during, and after their examination. Now, let's look at all these instructions. Now, understanding and following these rules can make a big difference on your exam day. Here is everything that you know. Now, I want to show you everything that you need to know about your exam, even as you proceed to write your exam. Now, the first part of this is before the exam. What are the things that you need to do before your exams? Now, the first thing is that you should print your exam slips. You need to print your exam slips. It's very important. Candidates must print their 2025 UTME exam slips from the official Jamb slip reprinting portal once it is active. It is important that you do this. It is important. So once it is active, once the portal is active, all you just need to do is to print your exam slip. The next thing is that the number 2 is know your exam center on time. Know your exam center on time. Confirm your examination center address, exam date, and time ahead of time. Now, you need to know all these things ahead of time. Before your exam, you need to know the center that you have been placed in and the time that you will be having your exam. Number 3, we have arrive early. Candidates are expected to be at their CBT centers at least 2 hours before their scheduled time. Now, let me tell you this. You know that the exam is actually scheduled into 6:30, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. Now, if you are actually the type that is writing from the hours of 6:30 and 9, I advise you that you need to ensure that you do everything possible to be there 2 hours before your time. Now, if your center is quite far, it is expedient, or perhaps it is important, that you go and know your center. You need to go and know your center before the exam, and you need to go a day before if you are actually having to actually journeying to a far distance to write your exam. So you need to go a day before in order to be able to arrive 2 hours early before your exam. The next thing is prepare valid identification. Now, all students are to bring, or perhaps all candidates are to bring, a recognized form of ID, such as a national ID card or voter's card if required. Now, during the process of your registration, you were asked to submit an ID, either the national ID card or voter's card, or perhaps the one that we are using now, which is the NIN, national identification card. So it is important that you actually go with this. You have to go with this. It is very, very important. Don't miss it. You must go with it. You must go with it. The next thing is dress properly. Dress properly. Dress properly. Now, dress in simple and decent clothing. Avoid wearing suspicious or elaborate outfit that may lead to suspicion. Now, most of the times, some persons actually get to really have a very bad time of, or perhaps a very bad exam because of the way they dress. Now, the way you dress, people will address you in that way. Now, if you're dressing decently, who addresses you decently? Now, if you are dressing indecently, you will discover that many of the officials in that place and Jamb officials, they would definitely want to correct you, and this would definitely going to slow your exam writing processes, because they will have to tell you to change your clothes, and then lots of persons eyes will be on you because of the way you dress. So if you are going for your exam this year, please dress decently and dress appropriately. All right, now the next part of this is, what are you supposed to do at the CBT center? When you get to your CBT center, what are you supposed to do? Number one thing to do is follow instructions from officials. Listen carefully to center officials and obey all instructions without argument. Now, don't think that you know it all. And most persons, most candidates has actually done this several times, and it has really caused a lot of havoc. Many of them missing their exams, many of them not having to write their exams, many of them having to wait for hours before they were told to enter into the exam hall to write their to perhaps write their exam. So when you don't listen to instructions and you don't obey instructions, it becomes issues. You don't need to make unnecessary argument. Just listen to whatever the officials are telling you, because I felt that whatever the officials are telling you are the best for you. Don't think that you know it all. Number two thing is biometric verification is mandatory. No candidate will be allowed to write the exam without passing through biometric fingerprint verification. Now, all candidates must be ready for this, and that is why there cannot be malpractice. Why am I saying this? Because no other person can actually write for you. Someone else can't write for another person. Even if you're sick, someone cannot write for you. So I think I would just have to advise that perhaps if you started feeling some symptom of sickness, it is better that you treat it now. You start treating it now. It is very, very important, because by the time you get to the exam hall and then you are having this sickness or this illness, I tell you that you are going to do biometrics, and that biometrics, you have to do it on your own. You have to do your fingerprinting by yourself. Nobody will do it for you. Number three thing is no electronic devices allowed. Items like mobile phones, wristwatches, calculators outside the provided Jamb calculator, USB drives, Bluetooth drives, and smart glasses are strictly prohibited. Now, these things that Jamb actually listed in this place, these electronic devices, can actually cost your exam. I tell you, it can actually cost you to fail, because if you are caught with all these things, you can actually be restricted from the exams. You can be prohibited from not writing the exam. And you know what that means? It means that you have wasted 1 year of your life, and also you have wasted your parents' money. So if I were you, I advise you that anything that has to do with mobile phones, wristwatches, calculators, that is outside Jamb calculator, USB drives, Bluetooth drives, and smart glasses, I tell you, please do not wear any of these things to the Jamb center to avoid unnecessary issues. Because a lot of persons have actually failed Jamb. A lot of persons have failed woefully. A lot of persons were restricted from not writing their exam just because of this singular act. There are other days that you can actually put on all these things. Your smartphone, that particular day that you will not be bringing your smartphone to that venue, will not actually it's not the end of your smartphone. It's just for that day. Now let me shock you. Let me tell you an experience of a student actually who actually came with a smartphone, and this candidate gave this smartphone to someone to hold, you understand, for her, you understand now. And she didn't actually know this person, but because of the anxiety and the fact that she has to go and do her exam, she has to say, please hold this thing for me. And after the exam, she could not find the person again. And that was how our phone got missing. Now, on arrival at the exam center, I definitely know that some persons will still come with their mobile phones because they thought that there will be people that definitely will want to help them to keep it as long as they can pay. Yes, it's actually happened like that. There are some persons who are actually around that day to actually help you to keep your phone, and then you are going to pay them for doing that. But I tell you that it is not safe. It is not safe because there are consequences to that. Now, the next thing, which is number 4, is use only assigned computers. Now, every candidate has an assigned computers for his or herself. Now, once you get to the exam hall, you are seated on a particular seat facing a particular computer. Now, this computer is basically for you. You cannot operate someone else's computer. If you do that and you are caught, you will be sent out of the hall. So I advise you that you should keep calm, keep focused, and only use the computers that is assigned to you. Number 5 is keep calm and focus. This part is very important. Stay focused during your examination and avoid any form of misconduct. Avoid any form of talking here and there, having to whisper or talk to your friends or chat with your friends. Now, you are not going there because you want to chat with a friend, because you want to make friends. You are not going there. You are absolutely going there because there is something that is so serious and necessary to your life at the moment, and this thing can actually cost you a lot in life. Hence, when you get to the exam hall, you have to be focused and be focused in doing one thing. It is to do your exam and leave the hall. No more, no less. All right, so let's go to the third phase. Now, the third phase is doing the examination. What are you supposed to do during your examination? When you are there at the hall, you're seated and you're focused and you're ready to do your exam. Number 1 thing is read questions carefully. Read questions carefully. Now, ensure you understand the questions before answering. This is very crucial. Now, one of the ways students actually fail is the inability to understand questions. Now, most of the times, a lot of persons thought that these exams are actually easy because they are objectives mainly. But the truth is that if you don't understand the questions that has been given to you, you will definitely choose the wrong answer because most of the answers are quite identical. They are quite identical. So if you don't understand the question, you will definitely miss it. And one way to actually being able to pass an exam or an exam such as this is that you must have the ability to understand question. That is the first thing. The first thing to success in an exam is the ability to understand the question that you have been that has been given to you, interpret this question, and be able to provide a solution to it. Because you cannot provide a solution or choose the right answer if you don't have a vivid understanding of the question. You cannot choose the right answer if you don't if you cannot interpret the questions that have been given to you. Number 2, manage your time wisely. There is a set time for each subject. Work smartly to complete all questions within the time. Now, you need to manage your time. Time management is very, very key. It is very key because there is a time that has been allotted to you. Now, don't use the time that you're supposed to concentrate and focus on what you're doing, and then you're using that to chit chat. You're using that to ask questions from your. Please don't do that. Don't do that. It is not advisable. You have to keep focused and manage your time. Now, if you are looking, if some questions are actually taking a lot of your time, quickly skip the question. Skip the question, but don't forget the question. Skip the question. Then when you have done, return back to the question and do the question again. Okay. Now the next one, which is number 3, is submit properly. Submit properly. After completing your exam, ensure you properly submit before leaving the computer. I tell you, this part is where most students actually miss it. How can you can imagine you suffered to do registration for Jamb. You have gone for biometrics. You have stressed yourself, the journey, and the anxiety and everything that you have gone through in exam. And after you are done with your exam, and you did not submit your exam, oh my God, that is a total blackout. I tell you that you have completely failed that exam, and that year is a waste for you. Is a waste for you. Is a waste. It's totally a waste. Now, this is part. It's a part that many candidates actually miss it. So please don't miss the part. Ensure that you submit. You must ensure that you click on the submit button. Click on the submit button. There is a submit button for you. Use your mouse to click on the submit button and ensure that it shows submitted, that you have submitted your work before leaving the exam hall. This is very, very crucial. Don't miss it. The number 4 is seek help only from invigilators. If you have any technical problem, quietly raise your hand for assistance. Do not communicate with your fellow student. Now, this is what most candidate does, which sometimes you begin to imagine. Is it that you don't listen to instructions? Your fellow candidates are not the one responsible for whatsoever technical glitch or problem that you are facing. The people that are responsible for all these things are the invigilators, and they are present at that time. All you just need to do is to raise up your hands and signify that you have an issue, and quietly tell them. They will quietly come to you and then ask you what is the problem, and then you quietly tell them the issue, and they will resolve it. Your fellow candidate is not the one to resolve the issue for you, because by the time you begin to do that, they will think that perhaps you're trying to cheat, or perhaps you're trying to do something fishy, and because of that, they may send you out of the hall. So if you don't want this to happen to you, learn to seek help only from the word invigilators. Now let's go to the other part, which is after the exam. Now, after the exam, what are you supposed to do after the exam? After your exam, once you're done writing your exam and then you've submitted your exam, the next thing is to leave the center quietly. After submission, candidates should exit the exam hall and leave the CBT center calmly. Now, the CBT center is not a marketplace. It's not a place that you go to and then you want to gist. It is not a place that you go to, you want people to see how you can talk. It is not a place that you go to, you want people to see the way you walk, or the way you chew gum, or the way you speak, or how fluent you speak. No. It is not the place to do that. And that is why it is advisable, when you are done with your exam and you have submitted, and then you have seen that your exam has submitted, please do not discuss with anybody. Go home quietly. Just exit the exam center quietly. Leave all discussions to what after you must have exited the exam hall. I tell you that this, if you do this, I tell you that you would not have an issue. But if you are the type that every time you just want to talk, you may find yourself in a very difficult situation that you would not like at the end of what, by the time the result comes out. Now, number 2 thing after the exam that you must do is await official result. Do not fall for fraudsters claiming to upgrade results. Jamb will release the results officially in due time. Now, wait patiently for the official result to be announced from the Jamb site. That is big. Don't go ahead and be paying people and say that I'm paying them for them to check my result for me. No, do not do that. Your result will be sent to you. Your result, on how to check your result with your phone, with your smartphone, and the email that you've swapped will be sent to you. So you don't need to begin to pay any fraudsters to upgrade your result. There is nothing like that. There is nothing like upgrading your result. I can help you to upgrade your result. Please do not fall for people like that. And the number 13 after the exam is monitor Jamb announcements. Keep checking for official announcement concerning result checking and admission procedures. Now that's what you should do. Every time, go to Jamb portal, which is www.jamb2025.com.ng. Begin to check every time if the result is out. Just check the announcement if the result is out. check for news if the result is out. Now, the final advice that Jamb has had for you, the final advice that Jamb is actually having now. This is the advice. The 2025 UTME is a serious national exam. Every candidate is expected to conduct themselves properly and responsibly. Jamb has put in place strong measures to ensure fairness, so candidates must avoid anything that could lead to disqualification. I tell you, this is smooth. You can't be disqualified if you are found cheating, if you are found with gadgets, or you are found trying to do some certain things that are fishy. You can't be disqualified. You will be disqualified and you will not see your result. Have you seen a situation whereby some results came out and some person's results were being reviewed? Why? Because it was discovered that they cheated. And mind you, don't forget that there is a CCTV that monitors you, that monitors your affairs, that monitors everything that you're doing in the hall. So you have to be very, very careful so that you will not have yourself to blame later. Finally, success in your UTME depends on good preparation, calmness, and discipline on the exam day. Prepare very hard. There will still time to prepare. You still have about 2 days to prepare, or perhaps 3 days to actually prepare. If yours is actually on Monday or perhaps on Friday, you have at least 3 to 4 days to actually prepare. So make good preparations. The past questions that you have been going through, go over them once again for the final time. And when you are done, ensure that you are calm. Go to the exam hall with calmness. Be calm. And when you get there, discipline yourself to follow these instructions very, very well. Is that taken? Now, informations will continue to be updated on the Jamb website. I tell you and I leave you with this last set statement, that I wish you success in your what? In your exam. I wish you success in this exam, this Jamb 2025, and I know that you are going to come out with flying colors after you must have read and perhaps follow these instructions. So don't forget what I said, some of these things that you need to do. Most importantly, please discipline yourself. Do not bring any gadget to the exam hall, and ensure that you do what? That you are disciplined. Don't do anything that would disqualify you. Do not cheat, and do not make any side talk. Ensure that you are quiet while you're writing your exam. And if you need any question to ask during the exam, ensure that you do what? You ask the invigilator. Now, if this video has actually educated you, you have gained something superb from this video, I want you to do what? To share this video to as many persons that are writing Jamb 2025 in Nigeria. At the same time, I want you to subscribe to this channel so that you'll be getting updates like this on the result, as the result is coming out, on admission processes and all the other thing that has to do with what external exams such as Jamb, WAEC, NECO, and even admission into different universities. So I want you to subscribe to this channel. Share this video to your friends, your brothers, your sisters, your colleagues, that your acquaintances that are doing Jamb, that you know, and your classmates or your lecture mates that you know that are doing Jamb this year. Share this video to them, and also please help me to encourage them to do what? To subscribe to this channel so that I can be able to do more. So I leave you once again with this statement. I wish you success in this year 2025 Jamb. Thank you very much.